Hey folks, Glenn May here with BassResource.com, and today I want to talk to you about grubs. Yeah, grubs. They've been around for decades now, and they've been kind of a little known thing. They've kind of fallen out of popularity, but they still produce really well. And it's kind of a secret weapon now because there's other plastics and other techniques that have become more popular. So I want to show you how to use them, and especially how to rig them. Now, on our forums, we get a lot of questions about how to rig grubs. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways to rig them. And the first one is just using a little jig head, just like that. It's just very simple. The eyelet's on the top. It's a little ball head jig with some keepers on the end. All you do is, now here's the great debate, right? Do you rig it tail side up or tail side down? That seems to be the big debate when it comes to grubs. I rig it tail side up. Why? Because I just think it looks more natural that way. Other people are staunch advocates of rigging it tail side down. Knock yourself out. I don't really see a huge difference in it. I just prefer tail side up. So, how you do this? You put the hook right dead center in the middle, straight down, and then just thread it on, not quite all the way to the end. And the nice thing about a lot of grubs, there's seams right on the top and on the bottom. So you can follow the seam all the way through, poke your hook right back through it, just like that, and then push it on all the way through. And that's it. It's so simple and basic. There's your grub. Got it on 6-pound light line. This is light line tactics, obviously open water. You don't want an open hook in weedy or real bushy or woody areas. You're just going to get hung up all the time. But it's an open hook technique in clear water, rocky structure, that sort of thing. Perfect for that. Simple to use, simple to rig. There's a couple other ways to do it though. This is the most common. But another way is I use it for on a drop shot rig. Excuse me. Let me do a split shot first. Or mojo rig. These little cylindrical weights you see on the end of the line. Just about 2 feet past it, I've got the hook. I don't know if you can see that. Hook right there. Mojo rig. This requires a little bit more work. You're Texas rigging it now. So I've got a wide gap hook, and what you do, again, I'm going to rig it with tail side up, but you put the hook right straight down the middle, all the way to the bend, then bring it out, just like that, okay? Thread it all the way through, and when you get down to this point, flip the hook around and bring the eye right into the bait. Now it's going to line up. You just poke it right back through the bait, straight through, just like that. You can see the hook lies flush with the bait. And I just text pose. What I do is I push the plastic up just a little bit and bury the point right back into the plastic. That way you can see I'm running my finger across it. It's not getting hung up on anything. You can throw this in weedy areas or woody areas like I just told you, where you can't with the open hook jig. Again, tail side up. That is the split shot rig, or mojo rig as some people say. You can see I've got about 2 feet of line. I like extra line on this thing. I want the fish going after this, not following this. So I give it a lot of extra line on it. Some people like to rig the bait like right up there, or the weight right there, but I give it that much. Another way to rig it, oh, one other tip before I let go on that. Because this likes to slide down on the hook sometimes, what I do is I take 30-pound monofilament line, so I find the eye of the hook, and I've got other videos on this that show this in much more detail, but just in case you haven't seen it, I poke the monofilament right through the eye of the hook. Right through the eye. You just find it with your fingers. There it is. This is actually a pretty clear bait, so I can find it pretty easily. Right through the eye of the hook. Not quite all the way through the bait. I bring it back so it's flush with the bait. Cut it off. There. Good to go. That holds the bait right in place. Doesn't slide down the hook that way. Okay, I'm tugging on it, it's not sliding down the hook. So that way you're catching little fish, they're pulling at the tail, whatever, they're not going to pull the bait down the hook. Makes the bait last a little bit longer that way too. It's not getting tore up so much. Another way, along with the Texas rig, is, a lot of people think this is a finesse technique, using clear water, small light line, 6-pound, 8-pound test. Well, here I've got it on 50-pound braid on a stout flipping hook. This is a bigger grub here. This one's a 5-inch with a bullet head on it. And I use this to throw in, you know, weeds. I throw it in the tulies, throw it up in the reeds. This is perfect to swim through deeper reeds and weeds deeper in the water, and 10 to 15 feet of water to swim it through it, milfoil, that sort of thing. If you put a heavier weight on here, you can even use it as a punching rig. So it's very, very versatile. You can use it for all sorts of things. Where it doesn't work so well is if you're throwing in a real bushy cover. This tail likes to cling on to things and you can tear it off. So if you're throwing in a heavy wood, heavy bushes, probably not the best bait for that. But aside from that, this works really well. One more way to rig it is drop shot. So I've got it, my little drop shot. I got a spin shot. I like the spin shots here. So it spins right there on the line. You can see that. The drop shot weight right on the end. I got it about 18 inches, 2 feet above. Not that far. This is really easy to rig. I just nose hook it. Just a simple nose hook. So in this case, right through where the lines, I go straight up and down, straight through and out. And it's just like that. See that? Your line ends up like this. There's your bait. Of course, it floats a little more outwards like that. And that's it. Very straightforward. It does seem like, it looks like it's going to get hung up a bit, but actually it doesn't. With this little swivel in the front and the line in the front, it actually makes it somewhat weedless. It still gets hung up, but you can feel confident throwing it in a little bit of weeds, a little bit of wood here and there, and you're not going to get hung up as much. But it's a great little bait. Very versatile. This is why I like grubs so much. This is why I fish them so much. In, day out, year round. Great bait. Those are a couple of different ways I rig them. Hope that helps. If you want more tips and tricks like this, visit BassResource.com.